Hello everyone on the now Ambitious About Autism website. It's Jack. First of all, I just want you all to know that I feel like I finally got my plan and for the next few years set back in order. I've decided I am going to still do the Masters because I'm the kind of person who wants to keep learning and wants to keep doing better and prove that I'm up to the challenge. So I am going to start the Masters, and at the moment it looks like I could well be starting in October. I'm going back to the Open University and do the M0 Free Masters in Engineering degree, which means I'll have it hopefully then by the end of June 2018. Clearly, like the OU Chancellor said, I enjoyed doing what I did then, and if I want to do a Masters, I have to do it in a way which I will enjoy it. Cranfield would have been a golden opportunity, but clearly it's too fast-paced, and they did not offer me the support I needed because of my autism. I can do it, I just need a little extra assistance. And I've spoken to the Open University. They said everything I was entitled to during my undergraduate studies with the Bachelor's in Engineering, I am entitled to at postgraduate level, and I will still get the Disabled Students Allowance and Randstad mentoring, so hopefully I can have Teresa back. So, and it's also a lot cheaper, about 5,600 compared to Cranfield, even with Miliband's fee cuts. It would cost over 12,000 and 15,000 without his cut. So, no competition. So, I'm coming back to the Open University, I am. So, once I speak to the Open University again about the maths option, which I need to do, I will be starting in October, I will, after my 30th. I don't mind admitting it, some of the guys at Cranfield were over 30, they were. But anyway, what the next few years hold for me apart from that, I'm not quite sure yet. I mean, I'd still like to gain experience in engineering, but the guys at Cranfield didn't have much either. They didn't. Some of the guys didn't. One was in accounting. So worry about that later, I think, for now. The point is I'm still young, and I still have plenty of time to find what I truly want to do in engineering besides testing. I know our spaceport will be opening in the UK in 2018. I still feel passionate about spacecraft, but I'll get onto that again in a minute. But the important thing is I've made my decision. It has to be the Open University. It can offer me the support I need, and it's cheaper, and I enjoy it. And it's more paced, it is. So I'll be doing finite element analysis, manufacturing design, a maths module, and team engineering when I'll get the chance to go back to Bath University again, which I'm very, very happy there I was for those 2 times I went. So June 2018 will be the end of it all. But I'm willing to wait, I am. And I still I'd be able to keep up with the workload enough to do an internship. But I think by the end of next summer, I think Tesco has to go once I know I've got enough money to last me until the end of the Masters. I enjoy the income from it, but I just want something different I do with my life, I do, than just scanning items through the checkouts. That's the problem it is. I've done it since December 2006. And really, I just want to put my brain to use. But I still have a long time to go, I do, in work life, so I'll have the chance to do it. But anyway, it's time for me to pass on some more advice for dealing with autism. And I got some advice yesterday from a very special person I did. I went to London Heathrow, the Radisson Hotel I did, had to meet one of my idols. Space Shuttle astronaut, Jerry Ross. Hope he doesn't mind. This guy here, the first man to fly in space 7 times. And so I went to a lecture of his in London at Autographica, and where he signed his book, Spacewalker. I'm afraid I haven't finished Chris Hadfield's book yet, so he said had Hadfield and Tom Jones, the other guy I've met, they're both good men, and I'll be looking forward to reading Jerry Ross's book and putting it to use. His lecture was very interesting, it was indeed. he wanted to be a part of space travel before they even launched the first satellite, Sputnik. And he, I learned from his talk that he didn't have experience in engineering before going into work. He didn't have a job in engineering before he completed his master's. After his bachelor's, he went on to do his master's straight away and earned his experience. He did it by working on a master's program with his university professor. So I've had practice in engineering. I have doing tasks like that, doing programming tasks, and like on those Lego robots we did at Bath, and doing a team discussion and things, and which is what I'll have the chance to do again. I will. So clearly, Hilly, you got to start small. All you have to, indeed. It doesn't have to be practical, hands-on, but I do want to do that, as I do in my work. Look, he also gave some very good advice. He did. The point is, never give up too easily. That was his key word. Phrase. It was. I mean, I didn't give up easily at Cranfield. I spent 2 months I did there before I decided to opt out. And he said also, you have to work hard, and I do work hard. I do. I'm doing maths now. How if I started the masters in October, I'd have to forget about the rest of the A level. The guy at the Open University said he didn't see the guy there. He said he didn't see how it could help me. But once I speak to the OU again this week, I'll make the final decision whether to start hot in October or next May. And I am capable of working hard, like I've said, Ed. And I just have to be able to understand what I got to do, and I've got to have I just need it to be put in a way which I can deal with because of my autism. And also, you've got to put the effort in, and I do put the effort in, and I do. I made the effort to try. I did Cranfield and give it a decent shot, although I feel I should have waited until after the first exams. I should have at least, but I did make the effort. And Jerry Ross said also things didn't always go straight for him. They didn't. But look at what he did. He earned his master's and worked with the space shuttle program from the beginning to the end. He did, and flew 7 missions, and is the most experienced spacewalker in the U.S. space program. Well, second, actually, and Michael Lopez Alegría is number 1. He's number 2. Jerry Ross is now. And also something else. He also got the opportunity. He did after completing his masters. He was offered the opportunity to go into the Air Force and into pilot training. He was you never know. I could be offered an opportunity if I just reached out to the Open University when I pay attention to the career stand there or something. Maybe they will offer me something, but. I mean, I remember my introductory flight back in 2006, so I might still be interested in learning to fly. Because, I mean, I've enjoyed flying on planes to America, apart from the time it takes to get there, but it's still a fantastic experience is flying a plane, it is. So I could still be tempted to do that, at a later date. I'm looking through some of Jerry Ross's book. But, I mean, there's all sorts of opportunities. I'd like to do practical hands-on work, I would. And all that. And enjoy doing what I do. But anyway, hey, worry about that later. Just focus on getting started on the masters for now. And all those things I've said about myself, they are true. It's just a bit different. It is for autistic people. It has to be in a way in which they can cope with it, and they have to be enthusiastic about what they do. And those modules I've selected to do from the Open University were recommended by Jenny Kingston, who's doing the MSc in astronautics at Cranfield. The modules that would best benefit me in this sense, and I agree with it. Some of them are follow-ons from what I've done on the OU already. But, I mean, Tesco, the only thing I enjoy about it really is the money now. I just want something different with my life, and it has to go next year, here, next May or next September. If I can live off my ISIS for a couple of years, I mean, there's no harm in doing that, is there? Even if I can pay housekeeping still. But I look forward to your feedback as always, so I hope those things Jerry Ross mentioned in his lecture can help some people as well, and I hope my advice can too. I'll put my next update on after my Core 1 and Core 2 modules next month. So until then, wish me luck, and I'll keep trying my best. I will. This is Jack Dove.